Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ordinarily calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ordinarily calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone, who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and rest of life to do so. It's going to be a quick video, low willing videos, edifying, low willing brothers get something from this video. I'm gonna go through Job real quick, and I'm gonna break down because a lot of people don't think that, a lot of people think that all nations back then were white. And the reason why people think that and subconsciously thinking is because what's pushed to you, right? Of course, you're in your enemy's kingdom, right? Or you in your family's kingdom, right? And whatever they show you is what you're gonna believe. If somebody beat it into your head repeatedly, you're gonna believe it. Just like they beat, Christianity into our heads or white Jesus into our heads repeatedly. What happens? We ended up believing the shit, as a people. Okay, but understand this: that Israel was different than Esau, and you got to understand that. Okay. And even then, right, Job, when you go in the book of Job, Job breaks down Esau. Okay? Job breaks down Esau. And when you look at, just Esau's, how he came up, right? How the so-called white man came up, where they actually come from, how they operate, how they do things. Job brings it out to the T. And that's just further edification and further proof that we are right and we know what we're talking about. So it's not just about, a lot of people say, oh, they hate. No, it's the truth. Okay? Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. And that's just how it's going to go. It's the truth. Okay? This is Job 30:1. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose father I would have disdain to have set with the dogs of my flock. So those who are younger than Job was an Israelite, right? Younger than Job has got has got rule. It says, but now they that are younger than I am have me in derision, whose fathers I will have. So they got him in derision. Okay. Now, when you go to Job 9:27, it tells you, I believe it's 9:27. I'm gonna get it, Lord willing. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay. So if the earth is given into the hands of the wicked and they rule the world, of course they got an up on us because we're in their kingdom. We're in captivity under them. And what I mean by them, I'm not just talking about E. I'm talking about all the rest of the nations as well under E. Okay? Because when you go to Psalms 87:3, I believe, it tells you that what? It tells you that all nations are confederate. All the nations are confederate against Israel. Okay? All the nations are in cahoots with each other to try to wipe us off. That's why they do business with each other. That's why they thrive with each other. That's why they can move from their country, come here, and get on off of the backs of us. They lick the wounds. Okay? But guess what? Your average Negro wouldn't understand that. Your average Negro wouldn't get that. Okay? And I don't mean to ramble on, but for truth's sake, for edification's sake, just to prove what I'm saying, you can look at it now. Who's standing next to who during these riots, during these Black Lives Matter protests? Who's standing next to who? Who's right next to who? Right? You got the heathen and Jake right next to each other. Okay? But scriptures tell you, though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished. And the scripture also tell you that you shouldn't trust your enemies, man. Okay? As iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. We always have to remember that. And brothers was getting on that, at Camp Saturday. But without further ado, let me keep going. This is Job 30 and 3. It says, For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth and in rocks. Okay, so what does that mean? They dwelled in what? Where did they come from? They came from caves, man. Okay, and this is the actual people, and the so-called white man to tell you where he came from. Okay, they're cavemen, the original cavemen. You've never seen the so-called black cavemen. Never have, because we understand that what, and they understand that what, that they are cavemen, man. So they got that right. So whenever you see a white caveman, they got that right. That's how they were growing up. That's how they live, right? And if you look at a so-called Edomite and just look at the way he lives like that. Okay, he might be cleaned up now, shit like that, but it's natural. Like Jake naturally want to be fresh and shit. Jake naturally crib. He want to. If he got time, he gonna clean his crib. If he got a little bit of money, he gonna get his jewels right. He gonna shine. He gonna walk different, talk different, look different. We got a royalty about ourselves just naturally because Yasharala, he Prince Power. But Esau, he has this whole cave-like mentality, cave-like demeanor. The way he run, like a caveman doesn't have any moral principles. Okay? They don't have any, morals and principles. And this is Job getting on their head, man. Okay? It says, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. Okay? Yeah, they were driven forth among men. Like, men didn't want them around. Get the fuck out of there. You see Edomite coming? Oh, hell no. Get him out the city. Get his dirty ass out the city, man. Okay? Because he's death. He's look what he represents. Look how he has the world. Okay? Just look at how you have to pay attention to look at all the madness that's going on. Look at the food. Look at what we wear. Look at what our women are doing. Okay? Just think about it, man. Look at the weather. Look at everything. The reason why everything is where it's at right now is because the heathen has gotten over us. And the reason why the heathen has gotten on top of us is because we went off. We didn't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. But being brought back to our nationality, we must keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, okay? To the best of our abilities, okay? Now, just man does fall 7 times, but he get back up again, okay? It says to dwell in the cliffs of valleys and caves of the earth, in the rocks, among the bushes they brayed under. So they dwelled in caves, right? Who that sound like? Caveman, right? Among the bushes they brayed under the nettles. They were gathered together. They were children of fools, children of base men. So base men, what does that mean? The base man. The base man is the lowest form of a man. The low, almost animal-like. Hey, that's beautiful, bro. Hey, almost animal-like. And what is the closest thing you can get to how a monkey lives? A fucking caveman. A fucking Neanderthal. Oh man, this truth is beautiful, bro. When you understand it, this is beautiful, man. This is it says Job 38, it says they were children of fools, children of base men. They were viler than the earth, and now am I their song? I am their byword. And what is that? And that what proves that that proves that Job is an Israelite in itself. And why does that prove that he's an Israelite? Because that's part of the curses. We are a byword of not just but every heathen, man. We are a byword. They call us different names. They don't even call us in our right nationalities. They call us Negroes, Spics, Native Americans, blacks, Hispanics, or Mexicans, and we always put so-called in front of that. But guess what? We understand that this. Well, let me grab this before I forget, and then I'm going to get my point. Or the point. The thing that we all can't wait for. This is Job 9:24, not 27, Salag. It says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Job just explained who the wicked was, right? The children of base men. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And he covered the faces of the judges thereof. When you go to Malachi, when you go to First Maccabees 3:48, it tells you that he paints the faces of the judges. To what? His face. He blows off nose on statues. Any Negroid feature statue takes the nose off. Look at the King David statue. This man got to go, man. This man's a devil. Okay, and we understand that. And not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. And the reason why I'm not saying all of them is because not all of them are Edomites. You got Edomites who look like, you got Jake who look like Edomites. Okay, but a person by a spirit. So if you vibe into this word, right, and you agree with what we saying, and you can feel it, and you believe on Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, you're an Israelite. Okay, because the Most High say what? He said he has not given his he doesn't deal with the heathen. Okay, he don't deal with the heathen. Okay, he don't deal with the heathen, man. And Israel is the sands of the sea, so we don't know. It's the majority of people, it might be the majority of people who walking around, it might be Israelites, man. You never know. You got Israelites who look Chinese. You got Israelites who look white. You got Israelites who look like Ammon. You got Israelites who look like Arabs. You got Israelites who look like Indians. Dot, right? You got Israelites who look like Russians, man. You got Israelites who, you got Israelites everywhere, man. But the distinct difference is what? I mean, you got 2/3 Confucian and Faith Israelites. you know? you know? This is Zechariah 14:12. It says, "And this shall be the judge." Oh, no, it's not. It's like it. This is not what I meant. I got that in the last video. But not Zechariah. Isaiah, I wanted to get. Salakia. 14. Yeah, right here. 14:21 is Isaiah 14, verse 21. It says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities." And the reason why I brought that out is because you got a lot of heathens, right, that say, "Oh, well, that's not, that wasn't me. That was my forefather with the woo." But you got to understand, you benefited off. And, it was one that pissed me off the other day. I heard, I don't know if it was a girl or a dude, but I think it was a female. She said, "Well, I don't know why you guys are complaining about slavery, because you didn't have to go through it. Your ancestors did," right? Which she's definitely wrong, because we're still in slavery. Okay, it's just a different form of it. It's not as brutal. Okay, and understand on the flip note, right? And we get it, right? But understand on the flip note, the reason why my people is so fucked up is because they put us into slavery. Okay, and when you beat a nation down so bad to where they mentally start accepting and they mentally give up, guess who's going to be passed to the children? That's why you got so-called Jakes in the military. That's why you got so-called Jakes as officers. That's why you got so-called Jakes that want to be white, because they think that's the thing to be. They think that that's a level of success, and it's not. Job tell you he wouldn't even keep around his dogs, man. So, of course, they're going to look like something in their kingdom because it's their kingdom, okay? And if all you know is their kingdom and the Lord ain't working with you, guess what? You're going to be conformed to it. You're going to think the color don't matter. And what's the color don't matter, but the spirit do. You're going to think the spirit don't matter. You're going to think, oh, that everybody, not all Edomites are bad. Man, every Edomite is bad because they're meant to be wicked. Okay? That's why the scriptures say, "Prepare slaughter for his children," because they benefited. They are their children coming back. There are their children coming back. This is a place of judgment. They come back. I believe brothers is like every third or fourth generation, but they are their children coming back. Okay, so that same white man might have been the same white man that had you in the captivity. Okay, now let me get this really quick. It's Obadiah. Obadiah was on Edom here too. You know what? I'm going to grab this. So we understand that Edom is who? The so-called white men. White people. White women and women and child. White men, women, and child. Okay? Man, I need to do another video on this whole chapter. But this whole chapter, but just for time's sake, I'm going to get to the point. This is Obadiah 1:10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Okay, so for violence, right, for the things that you've done to your brother Jacob, right, because the scriptures say that the Lord was sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, man. Okay, so for the violence that you did, all the shit, buck breaking, raping our wives, beating us down physically, beating us down mentally, racial, calling us bywords and bywords and I forget the other word, but calling us out our name, lying to us, painting images, stealing from us, beating us down culturally, beating us down as a nation. It's things that you have to do or have to pay for. Okay, you have to pay for all that. The scripture says you're going to drink of the cup as well. Okay, it says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Okay, and this is Obadiah 1:15. It says, "For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done it. Done it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return unto thine own head." Right, so thy reward shall return unto thy own head, and that's all the heathen. Right, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Right, and they shall be as though they have not been. Why? Because if they've been at the top all this time, so they're gonna be as they have never been. Okay, which is pure what? Pure captivity. But upon the Mount Zion, pure slavery, pure dominated over by who? Israel. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, in the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Exactly. And that, what's the precept to that? Isaiah 60. We always get that. Okay? Just read the 60th chapter, man. You know, this is 18. It says, "In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it." So guess what? There's not going to be any remaining of the house of Esau. Okay? After you serve your time and you serve your slavery, it's over with for you. Okay? Because you were created, why? To be the devil that you is. Okay, so guess what? We're going to wipe y'all ass out, and there ain't going to be another devil around. Now, not another devil like you around. Okay? When we rule. But after you built the kingdom up. Okay? So with that, man, Lord willing, video was edifying. Lord willing, brothers, got something from this video. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. By Sherman Kakodash, I want to tell brothers, keep pushing. I want to say shalom. Shalom.